For 30 years of her life, Leela has been maneuvering the lanes of Mumbai with her all-familiar call of bhandi, a Marathi term for utensils. If invited by the households, she exchanges their old, discarded clothes for brand new stainless steel utensils. Leela belongs to a nomadic tribe in India called the Wagris, traditionally a Kathiawadi community from Gujarat. For generations, they have been practicing a clothing reuse model that is unique to India. Walking across urban residential lanes to buy used clothing in exchange for utensils, plastic wares or cash.
100 साल से कर रहे हैं, 80-100 साल से यही काम चलता है हमारा। और हमारा हो गया 30 साल हो गया हमारा ये काम करने में। और यही काम हमारा इधर ही चलता है इतने में। हम लंबा जा नहीं सकता है, पाव दुखता है, अभी कुछ कर नहीं सकता है। तो यही हमारा गिराक है, सब लोग देता है, बुलाता है, देता है। कॉटन का जीन्स पैंट, शर्ट पैंट, कोई चिंदी भी दे देता है, फटेला तो भी ले लेता है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं। तो लोग बोलता है किधर हम लोग फेंकेगा, तुम लोग लेके जाओ, तो हम लोग ले लेते हैं। तो कोई पोसने वाला ऐसा रहता है, चिंदी वाला लेके जाता है। इधर से 10 में लेता है, धुलाई इस्त्री करके हम लोग 20 में 30 में बेचते हैं। उधर जाके सब करना पड़ता है, सिलाई भी करना पड़ता है, फटेला होएगा तो ऐसा करके बेचते हैं।
Every day of the week, Leela makes the rounds to suburban Mumbai's Mulund market, one of the several informal bazaars that dot unmarked lanes of most big cities. She sells her collection here to traders who then supply them to remote villages, to a population that may not be able to afford first-hand garments. Estimatedly, more than 20 tons of clothes are sent twice a month to villages from a single market like this one. Whatever is left behind, mostly torn and non-wearable, is further sold by weight to rag merchants who then sell them either to cement factories or for downsizing into stuffings for car seats and mattresses, for instance. Bombay Recycling Concern, a social enterprise working closely with the Wagris, explains the vital role that communities like these have been playing towards a circular economy.
ये लोग हैं जो एग्जैक्ट रीयूज़ कर रहे हैं, कोई मशीनरी का यूज़ नहीं होता है इस कम्युनिटी में। ये विदाउट मशीनरी आप जो कपड़े देते हो उनको भांडी के अगेंस्ट में, वही कपड़ों को थोड़ा स्टिचेस या कुछ करने के बाद वही कपड़े आते हैं और लोगों को मिलते हैं। जो नया कपड़ा अफोर्ड नहीं करेंगे उनको ये कपड़े जाएंगे। ये लोग एवरी डे मोर देन 5 टन या 6 टन से कपड़े यहाँ आते हैं। तो मल्टीप्लाई करो कितना कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड वो लोग सेव कर रहे हैं। अगर यही सारे कपड़े डंपिंग ग्राउंड में, कचरे में या ये ड्रेनेज सिस्टम में कहीं पर भी जाता था तो ये एक कपड़ा ख़त्म होने के लिए कई साल लग जाते हैं।
The Wagris reportedly recirculate more than 500 tons of clothes across India in a single day. Despite the enormous scale of their reuse operations, they remain marginalized to the lowest social status, a situation that has been worsening because of lack of access to gated societies or permanent marketplaces. Textile waste management is emerging as a serious concern everywhere. In India alone, close to 8,000 kilotons of textile waste is generated every year.
Fashion contributes to about 2.1 billion tons of greenhouse emissions every year. That's more than 3 countries like UK, Germany and France combined emissions in total. The amount of waste generated every second, imagine a truckload, a garbage truck full of clothes being put into the landfill or incinerated every single second. The amount of water used in the fashion industry is an unimaginable amount of 93 billion metric cubes. and that can actually be drinking water for 5 million people in a year. So that's the amount we are using to create fashion.
Fashion production has, in fact, doubled in the last 15 years, while there has been a 40% drop in the number of times a clothing item is worn before they are discarded. This effectively means 80% of the garments produced are ending up in landfills.
There is research that has been done to see new versus buying pre-used or pre-loved garment. Taking a pre-loved garment actually displaces 20% of the carbon emissions as compared to what it would take to make a new garment. And in totality, it reduces 82% of the carbon footprint that would otherwise happen because of the new production cycle.
While the informal second-hand clothing system has been operating for centuries in India, the formal landscape has only started to evolve. Navigating the cultural stigma around second-hand clothes, the youth in India are slowly opening up to the concept of thrifting, the buying and selling of used clothes, a market that is valued today at $28 billion globally.
I buy everything from street.
Amit, a stylist and costume designer, is a regular at the Bombay Closet Cleanse, a thrift store in the Bandra neighborhood.
To me, it's always made sense. I've been going to thrift stores more abroad because right now, it's just come into our country. That's a new concept. But the vintage stores and the thrift stores abroad, we're all moving towards sustainability. Sustainability is the most in thing right now in fashion. So it just makes sense to recycle stuff rather than wasting our resources on manufacturing new stuff all the time.
Operational since 2019, Bombay Closet Cleanse allows people to walk in and sell their clothes for actual money.
When it comes to thrifting, a lot of people think that you thrift because you don't have money, whether it's buying or selling. But that's not the case. Thrifting is a lifestyle choice, which means people who come in here into the store are not people who just can't afford clothes, new clothes. They're doing this because it's a lifestyle change that is going to increase the life cycle of these clothes. Things will not just simply be discarded, but we are trying to extend the life of those things.
The store is said to have curated a second-hand collection from all over the world, imploring the newer generations to choose pre-owned fashion for the sake of the environment.
In 2019, we recirculated about 3,000 pieces of clothing when we had just started. Now we recirculate about 5,000 a month. So we're on track to do about 60,000 clothes this year that would either be donated or bought at the store.
The resale or re-commerce market is predicted to overtake the e-commerce market in the next few years. Helping guide Indian fashion brands to the second-hand segment are facilitators like Relove, a circular tech platform built by Kirti and Prateek that enables brands to resell their products on their own websites.
If you see hashtag Thrift India on Instagram, last year in Jan it was 4 lakh posts. Right now it's 7 lakh posts. So Jan until now, that's the growth, and no other report will give you a more accurate number. So it's growing very, very fast. Is it gonna explode in the next 2 years? Maybe not. You have to wait a little bit longer and you have to build the industry.
So we've gone from 2 to 36 brands in less than 6 months. We've seen a huge amount of interest from people, from brands who really want to onboard onto this platform. And we've sold 80% of all the inventory that we've already got for sale. The average time to sell is just 6 to 7 days. So today I would say we're a completely supply constrained market rather than a demand constrained market.
Incidentally, some thrift stores like the Bombay Closet Cleanse also involve Wagri women in their value chain in an effort to bring the community to the regulated sector. The exchange involves buying clothes that fit the store's line while selling those that would serve better in their Juna Bazaar or old clothes market. The model, if scaled, could help address one of the primary challenges faced by the community of spending more than half their day wandering city lanes.
कुछ मदद आगे मिलेगा तो अच्छा है, किधर मिल जाएगा एक साथ में इकट्ठा तो हम लोग ले लें, घर घर में नहीं जाना पड़ेगा, एक जगह मिल जाएगा, सब लोग एक जगह पे रख देगा तो हम लोग लेके आ जाएंगे.
Globally, the second-hand market currently sits at $36 billion, with an expected target of $80 billion by 2029. To make the most of this opportunity as a destination of fashion sustainability, India would require the informal sector to be organized and the formal sector to be more encouraged and inclusive. Thanks for watching Eco India. If you like the story, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Scroll.in on YouTube.